take it.
She
and
just
then we kiss
inject.
goodbye.
She just gave. Oh, look.
Then, look.
Okay.
It's okay if he talks.
You can talk now, huh?
I can talk now.
I hope you folks have a happy
Say I
Thanksgiving.
love you.
Okay,
Thank you, Rose.
Much
Are you,
Sorry.
are you videotaping this for posterity?
Why not?
Okay.
Show us your teeth.
Cheers, Claire. Okay.
Teeth?
Teeth. Okay.
I'm
Cheese.
done, honey. 'Cause I don't want you to. You don't mind if I call you honey?
You call me what you want, but not late for lunch. Bye, Myrna Meyer.
Oh, my. Bye.
Right.
Hi.
Okay.
How you doing? Yeah, there's you. Fine. Take care. Oh, nice air conditioning. That's why I have some
Say
picking
goodbye to your son.
Okay, I'll see you later, Bruce.
Bye.
Bye, son. That's one, yeah.
So it's nice, the doctor was nice, everything was
Oh,
nice.
real nice. He didn't talk until 2 over.
Yeah.
I could hear them talking there. I couldn't see him. Catching the breath underneath, pure oxygen.
Did you talk? Did you,
No, no
did you cough?
talking,
Did you-
nothing.
You were good, huh?
That was good.
The
Yeah.
anesthesiologist did you did good. Your friend, the anesthesiologist guy,
Who?
the tall guy, the
Oh, yeah, Chuck.
Chuck.
Yeah.
So she made your blood pressure. This is the woman that made your blood pressure
Yeah.
go up.
166.
What happened?
Or 1 or 2. She said, close the curtain, said, take your clothes off. I said, everything, yeah, but leave open in the back. I don't know, wanted the moon and the sun. Huh? This, what?
I'll let you know what this is.
Okay. That looks like test strip.
Yeah.
See? Talking about strip again. I don't know, Joanne.
That's
How long you been working here?
24 years.
I know you're an old timer. I remember. Who is here? Somebody?
You met her before.
Huh?
You met her before.
I've seen her around like
Been
an
here a
old
long
girl.
time.
She is. Right?
Right.
Around like
You
a
live
little
in
girl.
Oakland, right?
Yes, I do. I live right around here.
Yeah. Maybe that's where I saw you. What street?
Well, you two been here before, haven't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's, I was visiting.
Now he's a real patient.
So what'd you get?
I'm gonna let you know. I
About
still have the
141.
numbers in.
It's for sugar. You didn't have breakfast yet.
They didn't give you anything yet.
No. They said they'd bring you something to drink like ginger ale. And she said, I'm diabetic, so they killed the ginger ale.
I have diet ginger ale. Would that be okay with you, or would you rather like apple or cranberry juice?
Diet ginger, what do you want? Apple cranberry.
What do you like? Get an empty stomach bubbles. We'll try the
Big decision.
ginger ale. How good.
Okay.
So how sweet am I?
148. Very good.
I said 141. That's wrong. Just like your blood pressure.
He still says your blood pressure is wrong.
It's taking it now. It's quite well.
Huh?
122 over.
You go
56.
tell them what happened. That's because you closed the door on me. They shouldn't do that. That's old man. Yeah. Make her day, make her day.
Boy,
Everything's fine.
tell us about your eyes.
Nothing. They bandaged me up, covered up my face, just left my eye
And they
exposed.
cover this whole side up like that?
The whole face, lips.
Now make yourself.
Then they gave me oxygen.
Yeah.
They gave me oxygen, and that,
You're dry. Your mouth is dry.
yeah.
Boy,
But they put a thing on.
Where are your teeth from? What are they doing?
his
with
mouth
your
is dry, Claire. You can't do that.
I got that. They dried up the mucus.
teeth? They dried up the mucus.
Yeah. The doctor I did good. I was good patient.
Huh?
Didn't kick.
You didn't kick? No.
No.
Look at the movie very long.
Yeah, I know.
All right.
I didn't cough the whole time.
You did.
No, I didn't cough either.
You didn't cough. You said you were going to cough.
No.
What are you doing to the guy?
Last 8:15 I got from
What?
work.
What?
8:15.
8:15 in the morning. Yeah.
8:15, you told me. He's a PA. Oh, I'm sorry.
Now is that taking moving picture?
What do you think it's taking?
It's still shots.
Tell Bruce the
What's that on your forehead?
Bruce, tell that's a synopsis of your operation.
Of what?
Your operation. What happened from beginning to the end?
I went in there. They bandaged all around, tied me in, carved me up, blocked up my nose.
Wait.
I was like this here. And then they must have put some stuff on the dead in it. And next thing I know, there's bright light on there, and I'm watching with this eye. I could watch and see a bunch of lights. This eye closed.
So what's that on your head now? What's that white thing?
That's to check the
Brain cells.
Sears Darwin thing.
Where is it? Let me see it.
I can't get out. I'll take it off.
Yeah, you can get it out.
What are you talking about? Oy. Scary. Oy.
See?
You put it on your cheek. It doesn't
take
belong
a-
there. It
there's the
belongs
cheek.
in your cheek. That's
cheek?
right. Yeah.
No.
What are you
What are
doing?
you doing?
What are you doing, Vern?
Oh, I got that one up here. I didn't know about that one.
Don't put on your eye. Don't
Oi.
don't play with your eye, Vern.
Nose.
So that was for your EKG.
What?
Those are your EKG things.
EKG things, they forgot to take them off me.
Life is one big joke. One big
One-
joke.
one
One
big
big
joke.
joke. One big joke. for
I
you.
can't put on my eyes.
One big joke for you,
Can I put on your?
and you're not allowed to.
No, I'm not patch.
No, not.
Well, they walk around here with things over their mouth.
Would you put something in your mouth?
There. How's that?
That's nice. That's good. Really, that looks
Should I
good.
put two on one?
Yeah, that looks good there. Seriously, that looks nice. Leave it there, Vern. Don't play with your eyes. So we saw Dr. Goodman. Mark Goodman came in to see you. We
Yeah.
saw Eric Miller. Who else did you see?
see?
Uh-huh. He's going to do your knees one of these days.
No,
Yeah.
no. These are in good shape. Nothing.
All right, Vern.
Okay?
You say goodbye to
How
all
about
your
take
friends
some-
here. Pat, you say goodbye to
This thing here is flashing. This thing's flashing. You know how to use the keyboard here?
Yeah.
Well, what do you want to say?
Okay. No capitals, huh?
Doesn't
You
matter.
can boot capitals if you want.
No, no capitals. Okay.
Want to say hi to the camera? Vern.
What? Okay. No, let's see. That'll be something neat. Let me think what the hell I can say. Okay.
It's coughing all the thing.
Let's see.
Eve. Every. Everybody.
Everybody.
Yeah. Can't see.
How are your eyes?
Here.
Can you see okay, Father?
I'm not right altogether. Here. Oh, that's
It's
the
a space, yeah.
Right here.
M-E-A.
Good time.
Good. Time. All
Zoom
is
in
well.
and see what it says on the screen. Can I pick it up?
There we go. Historic moment. The first email.
We miss you. My eye. Vernon on email to his daughter.
Operation Washington Group.
Pretty exciting.
You're really confused, but put the Hebrew date in.
You gotta put a date on there, huh?
Yeah.
What does it say, Vern?
Get her face done on Friday.
I'm put on the glasses, Father.
X got the glasses. X got the special glasses.
You want to put them on, Father?
I got my glasses. Friday.
Can you email a digital picture of this so Beth sees?
All right, now.
Well, where's send?
See where it says?
S-E-N-D.
No, send now.
Yeah, so how you get it there?
Well, you have to use this thing. Put your finger on there, and see this little thing here.
The I-beam.
Yeah, no, move it over till you get up to the send now. Keep moving up, a little more.
Where is it?
No,
The hand.
yeah, keep going up more, a little more, until it's over there. Yeah, there. Now click on this button here. It should send it. See what happens.
Whose is this? Ours.
Yeah.
This thing is plugged in. I don't know why.
Push it again. No, push this thing here. Oh wait, yeah. Your mail has been sent. See the sign?
Yeah, who are these guys?
Those are just pictures. So say OK. You can click on the OK button.
Where's okay?
Where it says OK.
Get this thing down
Now
here.
scroll down to there. Yeah, keep going. So it says OK. So get right over it and then click. Move over just a little bit more. Move over a little bit. There you go. So you sent it.
Yeah, okay.
Very good.
That's good. Now wait, what picture do you want to see?
You put on the glasses for this.
This here now I won't see a flashing things. Okay.
Good. All right, you got your first email done.
Okay.
The kitchen. What do you have here on
Got a stove. We ordered a stove. And the stove came. The man opened it up. I said, "Oh, I don't like this stove. The heck with this stove." I
Stove
said,
top.
It was a stove top, and it would start from here to here. I said, "Forget it.
Look at what's on the wall here.
Forget it." On the wall is when we were in West Virginia, San Francisco, Virginia, Sarasota, all of our little travels,
Florida.
Canada. And this is my dream man here.
Where?
Here, didn't you know?
Okay.
Here's our grandchildren. This is father's dream girl here. And we have Florida and clowns.
Hilton
This is
Head.
what we like.
There's some girlfriends.
And this is I love Lucy. This is Lucy, and here's Mr. Rogers, who's special to us. Burton's paintings. This is Hilton
Hilton
Head.
Head.
Yeah. And this is funny. It says, "I'm sorry, girls, I'm gay." Where is that thing here? I'm
Okay.
sorry, girls, I'm gay. And they're just some funny little things here. Whoops, this
And there's
this has to be framed.
there's a rolling pin from Woodland Pharmacy,
Woodland Pharmacy.
1914.
Pharmacy, think. This is my parents opened business, my grandparents, the Itzkovitz and Company.
Yeah.
That was the advertisement.
1914.
1914. There's a few clowns in here. This one, this is Charlie Chaplin. Not him, but behind him is Charlie Chaplin. Burton made me this painting of a doctor treating himself. I like that.
For shadow.
And this is an oil painting done by a rabbi. This is a clown sent to me by Michael Reingold, Icky from England. This is a caricature that I made of Vern and Claire Reingold. These are great clown pictures here. This is by a famous artist in Pittsburgh,
Kerner.
Henry Kerner. He was killed in Europe on a bicycle accident.
In Austria.
Austria, right. Burton Charles made this picture and this, and the doctor.
There's
of
a
course.
clown from Hilton
And
Head.
this we bought in Hilton Head. We're going to try and find a home for this clown. We haven't found it yet.
Bruce's
He's,
place.
and he's kind of cute. He hangs up like this. Okay, I think he's kind of cute.
Children.
3.
We have 3 boys. We're waiting for some girls. Now,
Wait.
the boys, because we have 3 boys. Aren't you waiting? We're anxious for some girl babies. We can get pinafores and things like that, and ruffles and things like that. So right now we have 3 wonderful little boys. Jacob had a great bar mitzvah last year.
Lonnie's
was
coming.
wonderful.
Lonnie's is coming
He's,
down.
and Jacob, Benjamin, and Elon are great in sports. First with tennis. Now they're learning golf. They enjoy
Basketball,
golf.
soccer.
Yeah. Swimming. Benjamin's a great swimmer. They all have wonderful personalities and are a little bit different. Elon is a sweet, quiet kind of guy. Benjamin is going to be a drama. He loves acting and singing and gymnastics and things like that. And Jacob is a scholar. They're all smart. they're all great and wonderful sportsmen.
I'll take after a nanny.
You.
Yeah.
Oh, speak?
Where are you just now?
Atlanta.
No,
No, no.
we're helping Thanksgiving dinner for the homeless. Helping serve Thanksgiving for the homeless. You
Yeah.
remember?
Yeah. Okay.
You
Well,
haven't tell the roots.
What?
You haven't tell the roots when they met and all that stuff.
When did you meet?
That's a good, get them to sit down and tell us a long story.
They are sitting down.
Wait.
oi! Jesus Christ. Ow!
When did you meet?
Tell the whole
We
full
met at a
story.
wedding at Vern's.
Donald Plunk's wedding.
Stand up and talk.
So it's his fault.
We met at a wedding, Donald Rose Plunk's wedding,
What?
about 47 years ago, 46 years ago. And I went with my parents, and Vern was there with his parents.
55.
55. And Hal Goldman was an usher, and he pointed out, hey, look at her.
That's was Shirley's husband.
Shirley Goldman's husband was an usher with Vern. And Uncle Herbie was there, and I danced a couple dances with Uncle Herbie. But I remember the name Rheingold.
Yeah.
So
She
after
didn't
the
dance
wedding,
with me. I was dancing with Shirley.
after the wedding, my mother, Miss Nanny Annie, was in the hospital, and I had been in Florida working in Florida. I came home from Florida, and I went in, my assignment was to take care of Mrs. Rheingold. So I went in the room and I said, Rheingold, are you the Rheingolds I met at the Plum wedding? And he
Yes.
said, yes. So then Father came
Nanny
out.
got hemorrhoids.
So anyway,
Wait, start
I said,
over.
Are
Start
you the
over.
Rheingolds? We will start.
Sit up front.
Are you the Rheingolds I met at the Plum wedding? So they said, yeah, I think so. So then Father came out in the hall, and we went around the corner and talked. He
Yes.
asked me out.
And I went around and talked to Barbara Kaplan, another
Another nurse. He always wanted to marry a nurse. That was his goal.
That's right. Somebody keep me the way I'm used to.
Oi,
So, huh?
what are you used
Taking
to?
picture, yeah.
And what else?
Look, she's taking pictures.
I know, Vern. I know.
So then what? So then what? So then,
So then, I was the only grandchild, so I had my grandfather was in Florida. We dated a couple of times. So all of a sudden, my mother went to Florida to take care of Grandpa, and I was the only grandchild.
did you skip a little bit?
No. So she called me. She said,
Escapade.
this was important. So she said, Grandpa's very, very sick. You better come to Florida now. So I ran down. I quit my job.
Oh, didn't you skip a little the dating?
No dating.
New Year's?
Okay.
Dancing?
Okay.
None.
But this was important. This is important detail. This is the end of our dating time. So anyway, I said, my God, I don't have money. I have to go to Florida. So I called him up and I said, Vern, can
She
you
didn't
help
know
me?
anybody now equipped for Pittsburgh to lend her
I said,
$200.
I said, can you help me? I have to go to Florida now because my grandfather's very, very sick. So he said, I'll help you. And he came to the nursing home.
I went to the bank and got $200. Papa Sam said, where you going? I said, oh, Claire wants $200, so bye, take the car, and I went.
And he came. He went to he came to the hospital, took all my clothes, drove me to Alcupa, and I left my winter clothes. I'm still packing.
Now, did you have a date there after he gave you the money? Did you have a date before you went to the hospital?
No, I went to Florida. Then
Oh,
he
Florida.
came to Florida to see me.
Did you ever pay him back?
In the afternoon. 12 in the afternoon, she had to make a 2 o'clock plane.
He
Oi,
took me to Alcupa to Agnes, and I left my winter clothes, took my summer clothes, said goodbye. Took me to the airport, and I ran down to the airport, got on the plane, went to
With the
Florida.
money in their hand, bought a ticket on the plane.
really?
Journey.
Yes.
I don't
Nice. Then what?
remember. Then he was in the Navy, so you tell what happened.
Well,
How long were you down there?
well, this was like in, when? You went there in April. Or
I quit my job.
she quit her job, went in April. And then I had to take a Navy cruise. She's down there, so I said, well, I'll get a Navy cruise. I knew people.
To Florida.
To Miami. Go down from Miami. So I wrote her, I said, I'm coming down to Miami for a cruise. Okay. See you down in Miami. Then I think I told her I was bringing my pin, my fraternity pin,
Oh,
which Nanny had hidden away in the seer chest at home on Aylesboro Avenue.
was it Alpha Tau?
No, Fayette pin.
College pin.
Yeah. So I took it and I'll see what's what. So I left in June from Philadelphia to Miami. Got there Friday at 3 o'clock. She'd been waiting since 8 o'clock on the pier in Miami.
See, all these
Here in
sailors
Miami.
come off, hundreds and hundreds of sailors.
She's there waiting. She says, "No, hi." And I I told the guys I'm going, so I got off the ship. I met her, had my bag. I went over and rented a car.
What kind of car?
Convertible.
1950 Cadillac convertible. $25 for 3 days.
Ooh.
Friday night, Saturday night, and leave it Sunday morning. You know, Friday night, Saturday, and Sunday morning, leave it. $25 right at the period. And then she goes and introduces me to one of her patients who had a furniture place in Florida. And then,
I went to Florida. I got a job at Mount Sinai Hospital.
yeah. And then I went and I got a hotel. I got a hotel in, where was it? Nautilus, or I think this is the Nautilus. And I met, saw your mother, and we went out to eat someplace and dance, and that was it.
That was it?
Huh?
That was it?
Well, we went out, took her home. Saw her Saturday, we went out.
He asked me to give me the pin. I said no.
Saturday night, she said no, so I called Nanny, said nope. She didn't want to take the pins, so Nanny said there's a lot of fish in the sea. I said, yeah, I'm going to go swimming here, I'll go swimming here. And Saturday night,
We went out again.
we went out again.
Went to the old forge.
No, that's a Sunday night. Oh, Monday morning I had to take the car back. Then Sunday, I don't know what we did. But Sunday stayed out till
Did you go dancing?
dancing. I went to a bar, Old Forge, until 5 o'clock Monday morning. I had to take a car back. I'm middle of the road, Collins Avenue by 18th by
What
her
time?
grandfather's. About 4 o'clock in the morning. Nobody's there. I said, okay, I'll see you. And then she.
This is the
True
picture.
story.
And then he said, "I'll see you at 4 o'clock." Okay, I'll see you. And then
She said, so new, where's your pin? I said, huh? You want the pin? I just happen to have the pin in my pocket. So I said, here. I gave it to her, didn't even pin it on. I said, I have to go because I have to get the car back to the Navy place. I left her in the middle of the street. She went home. And Nanny Sarah next morning told Nanny Sarah. And Nanny Sarah collected the $10 from the
she
landlord.
had a bet.
She had a bet. That's the reason she did, because Nanny made a bet with the landlord she wouldn't take it, or would take it. I don't know. So
Did Nanny win the bet or lose the bet?
She won. Yeah.
she won the bet thing, $10.
So she bet that Claire would take it.
Would take it, and the guy said no, she wouldn't take it. So that was it. So I went on the ship. It left at 8 o'clock in the morning. Left 8 o'clock in the morning. Next thing I know, I went to sleep, and Tuesday morning I woke up out of sea, and I had to go on watch, and that was it. Got to Philadelphia Friday, called home. Yeah, we're here. I'll be home Saturday at 6. Okay, we'll see you at Nanny's house, and that was it.
Tell them about the New Year's date.
Huh?
Oh, they skipped the New Year's date.
What?
They skipped the New
Let's
Year's
hear the New
date.
Year's date story.
New Year's Day, I don't know.
What happened on New
Remember
Year's?
that?
What happened on New Year's?
I don't know.
Did you have a date? You didn't have a date.
The Alpha Tons were having a party. We had a party. That'd be 70.
Hot damn.
That'd be 56. Years 56, 57.
Water of the dam.
So I asked her for a date, and said she has to work, can't get a date. So somebody fixed me up with a nice girl. I don't know, I can't remember her name. But we went out. So while we were there, I saw Alan Cohen's aunt, who was a nurse that worked with her. She said, she didn't have to work. She didn't have to work. She could have gone off anytime she wanted to. They laughed. Goes, well, she had work. She said, I'll give her hell. I'll tell her. And don't let her go, you know. Keep after her. But anyhow, went out New Year's. I can't think of the girl's name, but the girl said, please have a wonderful time. Please call me back again. I forgot her name. You know, I don't know what the she was. Next thing I know, I come home, Nanny's there. Guess who I saw? Claire. Who?
The Itzkovitz girl.
Itzkovitz girl. I was going to Weinstein's, and she was getting off a streetcar. Not a bus, a streetcar. And I saw her, and I don't know what happened.
Ooh. So what'd you
I
say to
don't know.
Claire?
So I called up, and what'd she say? You got off work early? I don't
I
know.
forget. I don't know. Story.
I don't know.
Anyhow, it's been happy ever since. I told him I wanted 2 boys and 2 girls, and that's what we got.
Marquee ring.
I told him I always liked the marquee, and then he remembered that. I think I saw somebody with the marquee, and he remembered that. He got a marquee. This is a marquee.
So you got the picture right behind you. Got a couple of nice pictures.
This is our going away picture.
That's from your wedding, right?
This is Michael here.
Where's
That's
Michael the
Bruce
dog? You say
Susan.
Michael the dog?
This is Michael here.
Oi, oi, oi.
This is Mother here.
His mother and Uncle Dewey. This is me and Uncle Dewey. And that's Jacob and Elon. That's we can, and that's me. And that's Father with what clown is that, Bernie?
Who?
Emmett?
Huh? What clown is that? The big clown.
Oh,
Emmett Kelly?
not Red Scout, no. I
I don't know.
forget.
I don't know. And these are the 4 kids we got. Susan. This is Bruce's bar mitzvah picture. That's with long hair. And that's Icky. He's the dog lover.
By the way, man.
The dog lover.
Okay.
Okay? That's
Awesome.
Aunt Belle up there with her 3 boys, Chicky, Herbie, and Stanley.
You don't need that picture. It's her cousins. Get a
That's
picture of
license
Harry.
plates of the date of the years we were born. And there's a couple clowns in here. That's it. I did needle points as smile, and that one says love.
You tell the story how you gave the pin?
Yeah, you missed that, Michael.
What?
What's that picture over there, Claire, over the dogs? Right there. Yeah.
And
Right there, right there.
That's 4 generations. It's me, Papa Dave, and his father, and the grandfather's mother.
4 generations.
2, 3, 4. Yeah, the big mom.
You, Papa Dave, his father, and his grandmother.
Her mother.
Father's mother.
Yeah.
Father's mother. My grandfather's mother.
A lot of pictures. So that's what you have in your house. A couple of nice pictures.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have more other places, right?
What?
This is a big weekend.
Yeah.
Okay. Can I take you for a little trip now?
Okay.
Thank you
No.
very much for taking the time to do this. And before you were born, I had to send Father a telegram. That was an important part of our life. And he
And
was in
this-
the Navy. He used to take Navy vacations.
Navy,
And-
2
and
weeks
often
off.
The Navy, the
Sound Western Union.
Western Union
And they
message.
called me out.
Where were you?
Well, I was in class, in a Navy class.
It says it's not for sure, it's not for maybe, but
But
we're
going on.
expecting a baby.
That's what you get for screwing around. And the girl read to me over there. I said, what? She said, that's what we get for screwing around. I said, oh, okay. You understand? She says, yeah. She understood.
All right.
There's the tables we made for your bar mitzvah. With all the plants on them.
Okay.
All right. We're back with
I'm
Vern,
taking Claire's role.
son number 2.
But,
Vern's had
Like
this
the movie last night.
yeah, it was good.
Yeah.
What kind of cars were in the movie?
What?
Bruce wants to know about the cars in the movie. We saw the man who
Dodge.
wasn't
That's
there.
his 35 Dodge he had. Because you could tell the Ram, the
Really?
Ram was on there, yeah. And then there's 36 Buick.
Some nice old vintage cars, huh?
Yeah, they have them, keep them in good shape.
We saw Uncle Herb last night. We brought
Saw
him
your
some-
brother,
brought
yeah.
him some food
Yeah.
and joked around, listened to albums. No.
No.
He is all dressed up. He has pants on for, you know.
Uh-huh.
You got dressed up to see us, huh?
It was the executive meeting of the Rheingold men.
Right.
That's right.
4 of us, right? That's all there is.
Maybe we'll have some more.
Huh?
From your mouth
We'll,
to God's ear.
we'll have some more Rheingolds one of these days. Rheingold men.
Man. Okay. So we'll see.
The Agans are good?
Who?
Your Agan? The eye?
Well, it's watering now a little bit, that's all.
He had some cataract operation
Yeah.
2 days ago.
Wait. It's
Don't
tender.
pick it, Vern.
It's tender. I don't know what.
Don't pick it.
Oh,
No,
touch.
that's. I'm just touching the top
You
of
touch it gets infected.
It wasn't tender before, so see what happens.
Maybe you stay home and rest this afternoon.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
You're going out for Thanksgiving.
You should rest.
What else, buddy? Ick?
Well, let's see what else is here.
What else? It's nice
Nothing.
video camera.
See what there is.
Tell
to
some-
clean
Tell us
up.
about your annual schedule. You spend November, December in Pittsburgh.
What?
You spend January where in Florida?
January, February, half of March, Florida. April, Hilton Head. May, home. June, July, and August, camp. September, home. October, Hilton Head. November, half of December, home.
It's busy.
Huh?
That's busy.
That's busy.
It's good.
Visiting doctors.
Busy block.
You're right. This year,
What you got there?
boy,
Hey.
have her
Smile,
face.
look. Smile for the camera.
have her face done.
There you go.
I don't know. Did she look? Take a picture of that.
You can
Underneath.
download that.
The
Email that
machine need
picture out.
under.
It's too dark.
No, it's not a hanging oak.
Here, Corey, I'm sorry. Now it's not dark anymore. Do that again, please.
Get it close up. It's not hanging oak.
You should get a before and after for the chin to see if it was worth it. No,
Okay.
you should.
After
Oh,
December.
careful, you're gonna swallow.
Okay. Wait. After I
Check
see
yourself.
what we do about the cab. What we do about the cab? After I. What you do about the cab?
Okay.
Oi!
Hey!
Oi!
Get
You're not supposed to pick up anything over 35 pounds.
So you can't.
Careful,
Man
bud.
can't pee then.
Get the before and after, bro.
I'll help him.
Oi!
Oi.
Look, here, it's underneath here, Ick, look.
I don't think
It's
you
not
need
that.
it.
I don't think so.
Too late
either.
now. Too late. You should have told me months
I
ago.
told you that years ago. It's dope.
Like a chicken.
No.
It's like a chicken.
Shirley had it and somebody else had it. So
I didn't know that.
oh, Shirley Kurtz couldn't have it. She couldn't pass her physical.
Stress test. All right.
There we go. Stretch.
Come on, let's go.
You get pizza? Think they're open now?
Who?
Here.
They're probably closed today, pizza.
Who? I don't
What do you got,
know.
Claire?
These birds are my wedding. They get messed up.
Birds are at your wedding.
Huh?
Yeah, they're part of the wedding.
They were at my wedding.
There's one on the
There's
wall.
a couple
too.
things in here. What would this be? What would be in there?
The hats from the wedding. That
There's
they
that
got.
watching Uncle
Yeah.
Sammy.
A few things on the wall.
Oh, this is my word from one of my awards time. And that's how it goes. Wait, this is done by Jerry Kaplan. That one on top. That one.
The picture up there
His
is
father's friend up
me
here.
and Herbie.
This is Herbie and Vern.
Herbie and Vern. Vern at 6 months,
You're
8 months
kid.
old.
Hmm.
Hey.
Yeah.
You're
Is
gonna
it funny? New?
Well, I'm listening. Wait. Find me some. Find me some. What? Typing. That's the new thing. She'll be sitting here at night, sitting on the chair, pull a chair in, take the chair out. It's not a desk. What are you gonna do? How do you expect to work on that thing?
This. 4, 5, 9, 3, 2, 4, 9.
Mm-hmm. Taking
When we
pictures.
come back, we'll do this. When we come back,
Taking pictures.
when we come back, we'll do this. When I come back, I'll.
What were you dreaming about? What were you dreaming
I'm
about?
just waiting here till she's finished here. What can I do? I can't get, can't get up in this. It's too early to take my pills.
I'll give you your
What
eye
can I
drops
do?
now, then we'll go. Okay?
Okay, get the eye drops and we'll
You
go.
get in here. Oh yeah.
I'll lean back. Oh,
No, I think they're upstairs. You
No,
want to go up
they're
and get
down
them?
here.
Out further, and I pulled the bed down. I think I heard the chair.
So, Martha, let me ask you a question. What should we do with the books tomorrow?
Oh God. You know what? I may not go. Leave the house.
Just serious. If we just could give away a few
You
books,
have other
which,
things to do. You have to visit your friends, Mara. You visit your friends, Todd. See Mrs. Tolado. I'm getting a headache.
I'm sorry. But
What are you doing? Tell the camera what you're doing tomorrow. In honor of your birthday.
Take care of my friggin' neck.
show the before and after. It's gonna look good.
Da-da-da-da. Okay.
I'm not going to see Ruben see, but you are. You set the ads because I have to get the ads. And then Michael took my picture. I was playing the piano one day. He came down the steps and took a side view of my face.
Oh, yeah.
Michael's fault.
Michael's fault.
Oh,
He took my picture. He said, "Good hand, man. Good hand." He sent me back to me. He says, "Good hand." What you call
Position.
it? Position. But
I didn't say anything about.
I saw this.
What's Susan doing?
I'm washing my face.
Oh, I had to do that too. I forgot there was.
What are you washing with?
Mother's stuff.
What?
Mother has some like.
Where are your teeth?
Hard.
Hey,
Where are your
Chris,
teeth? Are your teeth in your
you
mouth?
getting on camera now, bro?
Let me see. Oh, that looks cute, Fern.
Wait, can you bring the camera over here for a second?
Oh, I have to go to sleep.
Oh, pictures. This is Central Park. These are the pictures.
Look the pictures over there in the
These are the
corner.
pictures. Look, there they are, Jonas Schimmels, Bruce.
Michael, look the pictures over in the corner.
I took them out swing dancing. What pictures in the corner?
Over there.
Where?
See from Hilton Head.
Oh yeah.
hello, Vermin.
Vern. You have to give me. Oh, wait, Vern, that makes me nervous. Please. I don't know how to
I'm
get.
sorry.
I don't know how to get the pills out, Vern. I
There.
need 4 pills. For Michael, please don't go on my dress.
I'm
I
not
don't think
looking
it's
at you.
even
I'm looking at
funny.
pictures.
I know.
Where's
Then
the
you put 'em in
top
the wrong-
lid? Where's the
Here.
lid?
All right, we'll do this tomorrow, later.
The top.
Please.
Okay.
How many do you want?
4. I told you 4.
I'll put pictures soon. Okay, I'll leave it. I'll close the door.
See this? Please don't do that.
No, I can't close it now.
Look here. See this?
You took the floor. I'm gonna come down. Can I say this accident?
Here's 2, Clary.
I need 4.
I know, take 2. Well,
Look, these people
while
are
you're
both.
playing around.
I'm not playing around. I'm showing him something, and I have to go to sleep.
Here,
They're playing around, and I'm scared.
TVL. Okay. Good luck, Lana.
Thank you.
Have a good time tomorrow.
Back.
Keep your chin up. Good night. Here I said keep your chin up. Good night, man. Wish her good luck.
Kiss my cheek goodbye. Look at Father.
Well, that would be your chin.
Huh?
That was your chin goodbye. Kiss my chin goodbye.
Kiss your cheek goodbye.
Here we are.
Give the interview.
Who do we have here,
There's a
Susan?
picture that
Get
someone
her.
took out
Don't
of the
think
album.
it's mother.
A picture that's-
Mother, first day home.
What do you have to say for yourself, Claire?
Why the hell did I do it? I'm happy that I did it.
Why the hell did I do it?
Happy to
No,
be
I
here.
said everything's
We're
fine. I'm fine. I'm happy to have the children home.
This family is taking a cruise this summer in exchange for a party with 2 or 3 of Elon's friends. Here are 2 of them right here. David and Michael are going to be joining us in the Caribbean this summer. What? No, they have a speech too. Okay, that's coming. But anyway, instead of the big kids party, which Elon has been to, and Michael and David have been to probably 60 of those this year, he decided to do something a little bit different, which was to take a family cruise, and we're doing that this summer. So I don't want you to think Elon is missing out on much. God forbid the guy should miss out on a party, but we're taking a cruise this summer. But Elon is a great kid, and I hope that everybody gets a chance tonight to spend a couple of minutes with Elon, like his grandparents. He's got a great sense of humor. He's clearly, a good sportsman and a very dedicated sports person and a student as well. But he's got a kind of a tough exterior, but very soft inside. And I hope that everybody gets a chance. Most people here know him pretty well, and hopefully we get a chance to even see more of him tonight. But I think more than anything else, hopefully Beth and I are raising a mensch here, and that's what you can hopefully get out of this whole thing tonight. Anybody that's come in contact with Elon will say more than anything else, he's just a good guy and a mensch. But I'm not going to go on any longer. We really appreciate you guys being here. It means everything in the world to us, and have a great time tonight. There's a ton of food, an open bar. Have a great time. Thanks for coming. Okay, one last thing. A couple of Elon's friends have prepared a few what I hope to be nice words about them, and I'm going to let them say a few words, and then we eat it, continue to eat
I'm the tall one. So he can be my height.
Don't fall backwards.
The title of this is Elon's Speech.
Mine.
Good. Shh. They're earning their cruise keep.
Okay.
Elon,
What can
what can we say about you? Well, there's a ton. You're a great man.
You are a great athlete.
You are smart. Ladies dig ya. You
are
are a great pal, and of course, you always know your role.
You are always there when we need you.
And hopefully always will be. We have gone through a lot together. We have traveled long and far, from New York to Washington, D.C., to Virginia, to Charleston, to Florida, to Hilton Head. We've been through some great times. You were always at our house for the mac and cheese
And
and
the
steaks.
Skesters. Oh man. As you love Tennessee, you are always a rebel. And it is great to watch sports together because you know just about everything about all sports, including soccer. Just joking. Just joking.
What we're trying to say is that you're a great pal and hopefully always will be. We hope that you will always go through very more times and never forget the laws.
All right, guys. Soup's on. Enjoy yourself, and thanks for coming.
Here, Margie, they look at this one.
Nice picture. Nice picture.
Let's hear a mazel tov.
Bye.
One more. Wait, stay sitting. Okay.
Digital.
Now I want one with Elon in the middle. Hey, mazel tov. Mazel tov. Let me come in closer. Okay, I want you guys to all lean in as close as you can. Elon, you come forward. You lean forward. You sit, yeah. Yes. Good. Okay. You can try. One more. 1, 2, 3.
The father says, no, you can't be a nurse in a prison. And he says, no, you can't, and you can't have a dog because you have a Diamond. He says, no, but I don't want to name a dog Diamond anyway because my dad's name was David and that's a D, so I can't name the dog Diamond.
Well, you wanted to work in an orphanage. That's what you wanted.
But I don't know what is an orphanage. They don't have any orphanages in Pittsburgh, so,
You sure?
What about Home for Crippled Children? They could use your help.
yeah.
There's Aunt Shosh. Where's
I
Aunt
volunteer
Shosh?
with the,
Go into
Bernie, you're
my,
on camera, Bernie, smile.
Whining.
Wait and look over
Bye,
there.
Smile.
I saw the beach pictures. They're
Can
good.
I work in a prison in Pittsburgh?
No, because the prisoners even told you no.
I saw the
Here,
pictures.
Michael, take
You
a
touch
picture.
them, they'll beat you up.
Tushies.
I don't know what to do with it.
You should
I'll go to
take
the
girls
doctor.
at work.
And I'll go to
Take
the
a picture
doctor.
of Tushies.
Uncle Lick.
You want it?
Here at Shoshi's in Atlanta.
Did you see us?
Having a good time here. What is it? April, March 2002.
Post bar
And
mitzvah.
then we're all going
Bar mitzvah?
to, we're all
Post
going
Pesach,
to
in
Dean's
Pesach.
bar mitzvah in
We're gonna
California.
watch the Final Four basketball.
We'll go
tonight.
to LA next year. You going to go, Dean? We'll go.
Tell us about how you feel about your in-laws, your daughter and her family, and Richard, and just
Everybody's great. You can't ask for anything better. Kids are wonderful. They're
bar
very
mitzvah.
Beautiful, beautiful bar mitzvah.
No.
I'm waiting for bat mitzvah, but the bar mitzvahs were wonderful. In a couple years, we hope to go to Israel to have little Benjamin's bar mitzvah. Yay, Benjamin!
Stomp your feet, clap your hands. You give a speech to the.
What I was going to say in this speech was, Elon, I for intelligence, he's very intelligent. Just ask his friend.
What's this?
L.
Here.
L for
It's closed up.
It'll
For
say
alert.
what it's
get.
Hilton Head from Hilton Head.
L.
Lovable. He's the most lovable kid.
What?
Just
No, it didn't come by
as
mail.
lovable it can be. A for awesome, like the kids say he is awesome. And N,
Yeah, but
there's
there's no
nobody
address.
better than Elon
Well, yeah, it was
Abraham
by mail.
Block.
And
does it say?
nobody is more intelligent, lovable, and awesome. How about that? I got it! I got it!
Why would we send it?
My dear mother,
Oh, the beard. Oh,
the beard.
Today's subject is
beard-
therapy.
The beard,
I talk about my mother every week.
the beard scratched my chin.
I pay a man a lot of money, but all we do is talk about my dear mother.
Let's take this off. Oh, wait, people.
That's funny, son.
There you go, that's all you need. When I leave out, we'll put it in your okay?
And it doesn't where I grew up. I grew up in Aliquippa, Pennsylvania, which is a steel mill town. My father was the only child of Adolf and Bertha, who came from Hungary. And Bertha's sister was Cecilia, who was my mother's parents, my mother's mother. Cecilia married Max, and Bertha married Adolf, I think. And
Okay,
so
thanks.
two sisters were sister-in-laws.
You want a picture, make?
Max and Celia Selkovitz had 12 children, starting with Big Dave, Big Harry, Dave,
11.
Harry, Milton, Sam, Moishi, and Sydney, 6 boys, and Evie, Sarah, Belle, Katie,
Frida.
and Frida.
That's
5
11.
girls, so 11 or 12 kids, I don't know. But the mother, Nestrogadov, passed away when my mother was only 4 years old. So then my mother was taken by Katie. They shipped her off to a married sister by Aunt Katie and Nathan, who were very, very nice and helped raise my mother until she was about 16. So she really grew up with Ruthie and Harry. Harry, Clark, and Ruthie. So now there are none of the brothers and sisters of the 12 are living. Sidney just passed away. He was wonderful as a doctor. We had Sidney was a wonderful man. He had 4 daughters and lived in Swickley, Pennsylvania. So my mother and dad were first cousins because of the 2 women were sisters and all that. And they were first cousins. They married in Aliquippa about 1928. And then along came Claire and whatever. And what?
Oy.
Well, yeah.
Okay.
Start over.
No, go ahead.
And that's about it.
Well, what about tell us about yourself?
Well, I went away to girls' school, finishing school in Bristol, Virginia when I was about 16.
What about when you were younger than that?
I don't remember younger than that. It's a long time ago. I don't remember younger than that. I mean, we lived in Boundary Street for many, many years, and my dad took a walk one day, and he found a house on Davidson. He said, Sarah, we're going to buy this house on Davidson Street, because my brother was having a bar mitzvah, and they wanted to have a nicer, bigger home for the bar mitzvah. And Agnes lived with us, and she was our housekeeper, this wonderful Polish woman who lived with us since my birth. And she was from Denora, Pennsylvania, a Catholic woman who was very, 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 very nice. And I was very close to Agnes, too. But then I went away when I was 16 years old. Before that, I took flute lessons and played flute in the Aliquippa band, and took piano lessons from Aunt Margie, which was a big thing in my life. And I still practice and play all the music that I studied with her, like fur release, scarf dance, and I sight read, and I enjoy the piano because I had wonderful background from Aunt Margie Selkovitz. That was Sammy's wife. So I was named after my grandmother Celia. There was Chicky, Charles, Chicky, Claire, Corrine, Celia Ruth. About 5 of us were named after Celia. And so anyway, I went away to girls' school, and I came home and I told my mother, it was a finishing school in Bristol, Virginia, Tennessee. And I did volunteer work at a hospital in Bristol, Virginia. I told my mother, I want to be a nurse. Jewish girls aren't nurses. At that time, there were few Jewish girls. The Jewish girls became teachers and bookkeepers, whatever. But I wanted to be a nurse. So then I went to 2 years, and I graduated high school from Virginia Intermont in Bristol, Virginia, Tennessee, which I liked very, very much. I was in the Tip and Run Club. I was a waitress. Remember Bernie? I was a waitress.
Yeah.
Anyway, I played in the orchestra, played flute in the orchestra at Virginia Intermont. And then, still wanted to be a nurse, and that summer my cousin Celia Ruth Millstone said, you want to go to camp? And I said, okay, I'll go to camp, I'll be a counselor. So I went to this girls' camp in Paynesville, Ohio. And when I was hired, they said, do you play any music? Can you play trumpet? I said, no, but I'll learn. So I took a couple lessons on a bugle, and at camp I played taps and reverie on the bugle. I don't know how the hell I did it, but I played taps at camp. And at that time, something very important happened in my life. I met the nurse at camp. This is where I get the lump in my throat. The nurse at camp named Nikki. And I told her I wanted to be a nurse. And she helped me. And she took me to doctor for a physical. And she sent me past the physical in Ohio. And then she sent me to Montefiore Hospital in Pittsburgh, where I took the entrance exam. I passed the entrance exam. And lo and behold, I came home and told my mother, I'm in nurses training. And I went to Penn State, between Virginia and Penn State. Between Virginia and nurses training, went to Penn State for a year to have a college experience. But I really love nursing at Montefiore, and even now some of my best friends are the girls I studied with at nurses training. Ann McBain, Luker. Who else? One just had a heart attack. Janine.
Huh?
Janine just had a heart attack. Janine Heffright.
Who? That's right, yeah, your girlfriend.
We just got a call that she's in the hospital.
Speaker.
Janine Speaker and Luker and Kay Ewing and wonderful.
Lance.
Seal Lance, about 3 or 4 of them have passed away.
They're
It was
Jewish
50 years ago since I graduated Montefiore Nurses Training. So,
Next year will be 50 years.
Next year, 50 years, yeah.
50
I graduated.
And she's only 39 years old.
So I graduated nurses training. So, what else? So then I worked at Montefiore, and I worked at Montefiore Hospital. My grandfather lived in Florida, at South Beach area, and he got sick, so my mother called me from Florida. I was the only granddaughter. She said, better come down. Oh, then I met Vern when I was working in What are you doing?
I'm listening to your story.
Anyway, what was I telling
And
you?
how damn key is.
What can I tell you? I told you I met you. Remember? I went to a wedding, Donald and Rose Plum's wedding. And I didn't see Vern because he was an usher, but he saw me. And afterwards...
Because Shirley Goldman's husband said,
hey, look at her.
Here, come over. You
Not for
want
both of
to come over?
no, she has
He
enough
said-
for both
he
of
said,
us.
hey, look at her. She has enough for both of us. She's young.
I know.
Anyway, then I was working in Montefiore Hospital, and my mother-in-law, Ann Reingold, is a patient. So I went in and I said, oh, I met the Reingolds at the Plum wedding. Are you the Reingolds I met at the Plum wedding? And Vernon Patrick Reingold came out and he started talking to me, so we started dating. And from meeting him at the hospital through
Make the date with Barbara.
through what you call it, knowing him from the Plum wedding, knowing the name Reingolds at the Plum wedding, because my parents and his parents came down the elevator. We left at the same time. So then, about 6 months later, we dated. And about 6 months later, my grandfather was in the hospital in Florida. My mother could better come to see Grandpa. So I went down and I got a job in Florida. I worked at Mount Sinai Hospital. Did you know that? I worked at Mount Sinai Hospital. So Father, all of a sudden I got a call. So I had no money and I didn't know how to get to the airport. So I called, Father, help me. I need to get a plane ticket. I have to go to Florida right now.
$200 she used.
$200, I had to get a plane ticket. So he came and he took me to the airport. He took me to Alcoa first to get my clothes. Agnes had all my summer clothes ready.
She didn't trust me. Agnes.
He did all my summer clothes ready. He bought me the plane ticket and he took me to the airport and off I went to Florida. And I thought, boy, that guy was pretty nice. He bought me my plane ticket. He took me to Alcoa for my clothes. He was a pretty good guy. So I called him or I thanked him, whatever, and he came to Florida. He got a Navy trip. The Navy sent him to Florida. And I waited outside the Navy Yard for hours and hours watching all these sailors come off.
From 8 o'clock till 3.
Till he came off the ship. And then we dated. He was just there for the weekend, and he came with the idea of giving me his fraternity pin. So first he asked me, "Do you want my pin?" I said, "I don't know. I'd like to live in Florida." He said, "Well, we'll get married, and we'll move to Florida. We'll get married. We'll have children, and after the bar mitzvah, we'll move to Florida." But he didn't tell me how long after the bar mitzvah. So we still
I'm
didn't
still
move.
waiting.
I'm still waiting because he told me if I leave Florida, okay, and get married, he would, eventually we'd go back to Florida. But
Never happened. So anyway, 5:30 in the morning, he had to take the car that he had rented back to the car place
Monday
and
morning.
check
Why
out
don't you come in, Father?
and get into the.
Want to come in the picture?
And he had to get into the, what you call it, he had to take the car and get back to the ship. And as he was leaving me off in front of my grandfather's apartment, I said, "So, New, where's the pin?" And he had to hurry back because he had to take the car. So he handed me the pin, put the pin on, goodbye, and that we were engaged. And so that's the story. And so my mother was still there with Grandpa, so we excited about her because she made a bet with somebody that I was going to get married, and I had to have her win the bet, right? So I took the pin. And he called home, he said to the sailors, "Guess what?" He didn't realize it dawned on him. So that's a story from childhood with music, to camp playing the bugle, to nurses, to Penn State, to Virginia Intermont, to Penn State, to Paynesville, to Camp Wingfoot, the girls' camp, then to Montefiore Hospital, and I worked at Mount Sinai Hospital in Florida. Then I came home and I was a rented nurse. I worked at psychiatric hospital, and then I worked at Chatham College for 36 years, and Emma Kaufman Camp for about 38 years. And I have 4 great kids. I told Vern I wanted 2 boys and 2 girls, and that's what he gave me. And I told him I wanted girl, boy, and that's what he gave me. I have no complaints in my life. Amen.
Okay. I was the middle child of Anna and Sam Reingold, who came over from Russia. Anna came over in 1914. Name was Spiegel. Came over with her brother Leo and sister Ada and her mother Clara, Bubby, and my dad Sam came over in 1912 with his uncle. His name was Stepansky, but they changed it to Reingold because he has some relations in Buffalo, and that's the way they came. His father was a Malamed over in Plisko in Russia, which was destroyed in 1944, and he came over. His dad was already here. Anna's father was also here. Benjamin was his name. He was here. The other brothers here. They settled in. My dad settled in East Pittsburgh. That's where the Russians settled. The Russians settled in East Pittsburgh, and Anna settled in the Hill District. They all end up in the Hill District in Pittsburgh, the old Hill District in Pittsburgh. They were active when they were young. At that time, they were, 1912. Nanny was 13, and Papa Sam was, when he came over, 1912. They were 2 years apart in age, both born July 18th. They became active in Zionist League in Pittsburgh and Jewish activities there, and 1921 Sam finally married Anna. They went to the Lincoln Club, which is in Pittsburgh. It's now the Pittsburgh Playhouse, and Anna had a party and people crashed and ruined it, but they were happy, very happy, and got married May 21st, 1921. And April 18th, 1922, Herbie came along. My older brother, who will be 80 on April 18th this year. Then at that time, they lived in the Hill District. Then they moved to Dawson Court. They lived in 2 places, number 3, number 10 Dawson Court in Oakland. I grew up there, went to home school. Then, at that time, it's Depression, so you moved wherever a bank said they had a place to rent. So they had cheaper place. There was a bear house on Parkview Avenue, 1 block, 2 blocks down. We moved into newly finished houses were just built in 1930, but the guy went broke, and Feldman owned the houses. and we lived at 3320 Parkview Avenue. Grew up there, went to homeschool, Herbie and I. And then in 1934, moved to Squirrel Hill. That's where the Jews were starting to go. 5911 Hobart Street. Half double, party drive. And we lived there for about 3-4 years. But while there in 1936, Bunny was born. May 14th was born, and that's this big event. I was changing her diapers. We had a cat that time, Denny Moore, had him for about 5-6 years. And at that time, Anna's mother and father were still living until 1935. And then in 1935, Zadie died. I was 9 years old. He was a very religious man. He used to be a Toby, a cigar roller. That's the kind of work he did. While Leah was selling newspapers there, and Ada was the secretary to Rabbi Glazer at the Revshon Temple, who she later married in 1941 or 42. Then, by 1938-39, we moved to 5834 Phillips Avenue, one-story house, duplex. Wyman's owned it. They lived upstairs. Herbie was bar mitzvah. No, Herbie was bar mitzvah in at Hobart Street, and all of Sam's friends from Tech Ice Cream, where he worked, Iron Seabrook, decorated the basement. It was a beautiful thing. All his friends chipped in. Then we moved to Phillips Avenue, where Sam had detached retina at that time, 1939. For 1 year, he had just stay still with the patch over his eye, because in those days things weren't like they were today. Which he did, and fortunately,
That's good.
one of the few,
I've never seen those. Those are pretty.
which was written in 1924.
Well, you know what? I don't.